Aion's North America Closed Beta 5 just finished today. This video is an introduction to the user interface. In Aion, there are 4 class archetypes. So you have your warrior that you can specialize as either a melee, DPS, or a tank. You have your scout class, which you can specialize as either a melee DPS, like a World of Warcraft rogue, or a ranger, which is an archer class. There's the mage archetype, which breaks down to the range nuking sorcerer specialty, or the spirit master, which is a pet class. And you have the priest archetype, which can specialize into a cleric, which is your traditional healer, or a chanter, which is a hybrid healing buffing class. Aion's very customizable in terms of the character appearance. Like most games, you can change like your hairstyle, your face, the colors of those things, etc. But what really sets Aion apart are these advanced sliders here. So there's over two dozen different sliders, and you can change things from, like here you can see I'm changing the height of the eyes, and now I'm changing the shape of the eyes, and then here I'm changing the width of the mouth, and you can randomize these things, and you can customize your character basically to look like almost anything, a human, a dwarf, a goblin, whatever you want. And you can use Aion's canned archetypes if you want as far as the look. In terms of controlling the user interface, one thing with Aion that takes some time getting used to is the concept of animation cooldowns. So in Aion, there's no global cooldown. When you use an ability, you can use your next ability as soon as the animation for the first ability has finished. So right here you can see I'm using an instant cast hot, and then right after using a heal spell with a cast time. With Aion, one thing that's different from other games is you can't cast a spell and turn your character at the same time. So if you've played World of Warcraft or Warhammer Online, you can't do those things. So here you can see I was casting a healing spell, and as soon as I start to turn my character, the spell cast is canceled. So if you want to look around you while you're casting a spell, you have to rotate the camera. Another thing which is different are the strafing mechanics. So in most games, when you strafe, you move at the same speed as another player, but in this game, if you're strafing, you move slower than someone moving forward. So if you've played a kiting class in the past, it'll feel different here. Aion has skill chains, so if you use an ability, it can open up one or more subsequent abilities. So Aion, when you click an attack ability, the UI will automatically move you in range of the target. And with Aion, you can use auto attacks, which fire automatically, or you can use a skill, an ability, but you can't use both. So in games like Warhammer and World of Warcraft, when you use an ability, your auto attacks fire in between. With Aion, it's either or. So Aion has the same 8 specialties across both factions. I think that's a good decision from a game design perspective. It should be much easier to balance. There are some differences for the same specialty across factions, but overall, having the same archetypes has worked well in other games in the past. A lot of things that Aion has done are similar to a game called Knight Online that I used to play, including having a persistent PvP zone. In Aion, it's called the Abyss, where you can find players to fight 24/7. I think it's good because it'll help centralize all the action.